Good morning, my dear cadets. How are you all, my dear children? Very good. So, children, in this session, we will revise or we will do paragraph writing. This is a topic which is very simple and I have included it in your monthly test. So, children, let's begin. Paragraphs and topic sentences. A paragraph is a series of sentences that are organized and coherent and are all related to a single topic. Almost every piece of writing you do that is longer than a few sentences should be organized into paragraphs. This is because paragraphs show a reader where the subdivisions of an essay begin and end, and thus help the reader see the organization of the essay and grasp its main points. Paragraphs can contain many different kinds of information. A paragraph could contain a series of brief examples or a single long illustration of a general point. It might describe a place, character, or process, narrate a series of events, compare or contrast two or more things, classify items into categories, or describe causes and effects. Regardless of the kind of information they contain, all paragraphs share certain characteristics. So all paragraphs share certain characteristics. One of the most important of these is a topic sentence. Topic sentences. A well-organized paragraph supports or develops a single controlling idea which is expressed in a sentence called a topic sentence. A topic sentence has several important functions. It substantiates or supports an essay's thesis statement. It unifies the content of a paragraph and directs the order of the sentences, and it advises the reader of the subject to be discussed and how the paragraph will discuss it. Readers generally look to the first few sentences in a paragraph to determine the subject. That means when we read the first few sentences, we come to know what the paragraph is about. We are able to understand. That's why it's often best to put the topic sentence at the very beginning of the paragraph. In some cases, however, it's more effective to place another sentence before the topic sentence. For example, a sentence linking the current paragraph to the previous one, or one providing background information. Although most paragraphs should have a topic sentence, there are a few situations when a paragraph might not need a topic sentence. For example, you might be able to omit a topic sentence in a paragraph that narrates a series of events. If a paragraph continues developing an idea that you introduced with a topic sentence in the previous paragraph, or if all the sentences and details in a paragraph clearly refer, perhaps indirectly, to a main point. So, the vast majority of your paragraphs, however, should have a topic sentence. Structure. Most paragraphs in an essay have a three-part structure: introduction, body, conclusion. You can see this structure in paragraphs, whether they are narrating, describing, comparing, contrasting, or analyzing information. Each part of the paragraph plays an important role in communicating your meaning to your reader. The first section of a paragraph should include the topic sentence and other sentences at the beginning of the paragraph that give the background information. Then comes the body, where you discuss using facts, arguments. Then you have the conclusion. Yes, children, so that is important. See, these are the points you have to keep in mind. You have to be coherent in your paragraph. That is, you cannot jump from one point to another. That is what it means. That is, you have to organize your sentences, your ideas. It highlights the ties between old information and new information to make the structure or arguments clear to the reader. Yes, each sentence flows smoothly into the next. You cannot skip or jump an idea. Along with the smooth flow of sentences, a paragraph's coherence may also be related to its length. If you have written a very long paragraph, one that fills a double-spaced typed page, for example, you should check it carefully. Now, if a paragraph is very short, you may need to develop its controlling idea more thoroughly or combine it with another paragraph. A number of other techniques that can use to establish coherence in paragraphs are here. Repeat keywords or phrases, particularly in paragraphs in which you define or identify an important idea or theory. Be consistent in how you refer to it. This consistency and repetition will bind the paragraph together and help your reader understand your definition or description. Create parallel structures are created by constructing two or more phrases or sentences that have the same grammatical structure and use the same parts of speech. Okay. This makes it clearer to the reader to understand. Now you have to be consistent in point of view, verb, tense, follow the same tense throughout. Yes? Do not keep you changing the tense. Transitional expressions emphasize the relationships between ideas. They help the readers follow a train of thought. The following paragraph shows how carefully chosen transitions, capitalized, lead the reader smoothly from the introduction to the conclusion. So that is important. So these are the transitions that you can use. Again, also besides, it shows addition. So this is what I mean by transition. You can use these words or phrases. For example, for instance, if you're comparing, also, in the same manner, likewise. So just go through this. These are the transitions which you can use in your paragraph. The first one shows addition, then examples, then comparison. If you're comparing something, to contrast, although, yet, same time. When you're summarizing something, all in all, in conclusion. When you're showing time, afterwards, as long as. Then place or direction, above, below, beyond, close, elsewhere. Logical relationship, accordingly, as a result, because, otherwise, thus. Here are some sample paragraphs. This is about junk food. The term junk food is self-explanatory. It defines the food items that do no good to your body and they are completely unimportant to the body. They do not give you any nutrition actually. People of all age groups are moving towards junk food as it is hassle-free and often ready to grab and eat. Soft drinks, chips, wafers, noodles, pizza, burgers, French fries, etc. are a few examples of junk food available in the market. Very dangerous for health. Once in a while it's okay to eat it, but not regularly. The characteristic of junk food causes a spike in the energy levels and hence it lures. Lures means it attracts people back to eat more. This makes it even more harmful. This eating pattern is likely to cause aggravated energy levels that fail to come down even at bedtime and result in sleeping disorders. The most common bad effect is obesity, which has become very common even amongst children aged as low as 3 to 5 years. That may lead to heart diseases, increased levels of blood pressure, and sugar are more likely effect on person with a regular consumer of oily junk foods. Not only the heart, but the liver can also be damaged due to excessive cholesterol formed in the body due to junk food habits. Digesting junk food consumes large amounts of energy from the body. People consuming it experience lack of oxygen levels, which gradually causes the brain to function properly. No fiber in junk food means strain on stomach and digestive system, resulting in constipation. Yes, junk food does not contain any amount of fiber. Nutrition experts have researched the bad effects of junk food and come to the conclusion that junk food manufacturing companies are fooling the people by showing deceptive advertisements, deceptive cheating, which is very bad. We must substitute junk food with healthier food like fruits and vegetables. So the next time you think of grabbing the burger, hot dog, pizza, samosa, kachori, or even an ice cream in a restaurant, eating joint or a party, now you have to stop that. Your instincts, you have to stop your instincts and look for some healthier food options instead. Yes. So you have to remember that. You have to avoid eating junk food. Yes. There's a lot of indiscipline in your school. So you have to write about the value of discipline to make the students understand. Discipline is the law of nature. It is in man's best interest to observe discipline in all walks of life. Discipline is the backbone of character. Without discipline, nothing great can be achieved in life. A man who does not observe discipline in life has to suffer. He becomes lethargic. Lethargic means lazy, very lazy, and arrogant, rude he becomes. He's not liked by anyone, disliked by all. A student who does not obey his teachers and does not do his homework does not get success. An employee who does not work sincerely in office may be sacked anytime. If sportsmen do not observe discipline, cannot hope to win any match. In the army, discipline is of utmost importance. Discipline leads to harmony, whereas indiscipline leads to confusion. No life is worth living without discipline. A disciplined person is an asset to himself, to his family, to society, to the nation, and to the mankind. Discipline works everywhere. It controls the physical movements and morals. There is no sphere in heaven and the earth where discipline does not dominate. So, next topic, the need for moral education in schools. Philosophers have explained that the main purpose of education is to have a sound character. For this reason, moral education is gaining importance in the field of education. Man is a social animal, yes, no doubt. He learns social habits like helping people, respecting elders, and being polite during school years. When he learns good social habits, he becomes a responsible citizen. Moral education enables a person to choose the right path. It is not only that teachers in school can impart moral education to the children, but parents also play a great role by becoming role models for the children. What is moral education? Anything which teaches a person moral values and virtue. Virtue means good qualities. Values are the set of guidelines that a human learns to follow. Nobody is born with moral values in him. It is inculcated by parents, by education. Therefore, it becomes essential to inculcate moral values during school years, as these are the most formative years in a child's life. Education molds the moral values in our characters. By educating children about morals and the young learners' values in life, we can make them fit for nation and society. Okay, the next topic, very important. Good health, importance of good health. Look at that. Look at that. Health is wealth. Good health is the greatest blessing that a person can have, especially these days. It is the key to happiness. It is the secret of every happy man. Only a healthy person can enjoy life to its fullest and discharge his duties well. On the other hand, an ailing sick person is a burden to all. Therefore, we must try our best to maintain sound health. Fresh air, balanced diet, regular exercise, proper rest and stress-free life are prerequisites for good health. These are the things that are required. That means prerequisites. We should drink plenty of water, avoid overeating, and should refrain from alcohol. Keep ourselves away from it. Most of all, we should have regular health checkups We must laugh more, as laughing is a therapy and a secret of good health. The care of the body regarding food, exercise, rest and protection against disease are essential for the preservation of sound health. Life is for living. Without health, life is deprived of not only much of its usefulness, but also its joys and pleasures. Let us remember that life is worth living only by a healthy body, mind and soul. Okay, the next paragraph is on environmental pollution. Let's have a look at it. The problem of environmental pollution is becoming more and more serious day by day. The pollution is increasing day by day. The ecological cycle, the ecological balance is disturbed by the people. Just imagine the condition of nature. Man is exploiting nature to the extent that natural resources are depleting, reducing. The main reason for environmental pollution is overpopulation and poverty. The increased demand for food and other resources forces man to cut down forests, which leads to an increase in the carbon dioxide ratio in the atmosphere. So, this results in heating up of the atmosphere. This is called global warming. Due to this, seasons are also undergoing change. All this forecasts disaster for human beings. Yes. So, the need of the hour is to bring pollution under control. We need to conserve our forests, reduce the use of paper, petrol, etc. Earth must be saved at any cost for the sake of survival. The need of the hour demands a check in environmental pollution. The government should take necessary steps in this direction. Importance of reading. Very good topic. Importance of reading. So children, this is the importance of reading. Reading broadens the vision of an individual. Bacon wrote in his essay of studies, reading maketh a full man. So, reading maketh a full man. Conference a ready man and writing an exact man in shaping the personality of an individual. The importance of reading cannot be denied. A person reads not only for the sole purpose of gaining knowledge, but also to get pleasure, provoke critical and original thinking, to broaden his vision. Reading makes a man better conversationalist and helps to relieve stress. So very important, it relieves stress. Yes, very true. Newspaper reading has become an important aspect in life of a modern man. A typical modern man may get his breakfast or not, but he must get his newspaper. A good reader leads a disciplined life. Okay. Reading helps him become a well-informed person. It boosts imagination and creativity. He is able to mix well with others and is never alone, as books are his best friends. This is very true, children. So once again, have a look at the paragraphs. Children, please go through the paragraphs very carefully. This is environmental pollution. Again, I am showing it to you. Please read it very, very carefully. Yes, children. Go through the paragraphs very carefully. Write them down in your notebooks. Please read very carefully. Read and revise. You may get a question on paragraph writing on any of the topics, any one topic. Yes, not the ones which I am doing now, but yes, on any topic. So please go through this. These are sample paragraphs. You read these paragraphs, you'll get a fair idea of writing good paragraphs. That's the reason I'm doing it in this session, children. It's for your benefit. Read all the paragraphs that we have done in this session. you'll have an idea of what? How to write good paragraphs. Okay, children? Yes, so this paragraph was about what, children? Yes, environmental pollution. So, please note down all that I have done in this session, children. Read and revise thoroughly. That will help you to be confident. That will help you to perform better in the examination, in all tests, etc. The more you read, the more confident you become. And the better your score will be. Yes, children. So please read and revise. For the monthly test, be thorough with all the lessons. Write down the paragraphs that we have done in this session, children. Don't forget to revise thoroughly, to read thoroughly, read, revise again and again, so that you don't face any problem in the test or examination, children. Okay, children, that's all for this session. Have a nice day. Goodbye.